Welcome back. Okay, it's not my fault, but here's Trtan back time.
If I could turn back time.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
No one's blaming you. All right, August 12. In 1981, IBM announces the IBM personal computer, the PC. That was the first one. It had a price tag of $1,565. Hasn't changed much, has it?
No.
Okay.
The price is the same, but it's gotten a lot different.
You recognize this guy?
No.
Probably not. That's Thomas Edison.
Oh,
In 1877, first voice recording as Thomas Edison records his recitation of Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Wasn't he cute?
Yeah. A happy birthday to Elvis Edgar Owens Jr. There he is, Buck Owens. Born in 1929, country western singer. He helped create the Bakersfield sound. He and the Buckaroos were, of course, regulars on Hee Haw. He was a co-host. He had 15 #1 hits in a row.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Okay. 1989, August 13, Hanson Goodrich patents the modern stovetop coffee pot. You probably had one, or maybe even still has one.
Yeah.
Had a broad base for boiling, an upflow central tube, and a perforated basket hanging on it. Subsequent patents, there have been others, have added very little change to the original design. A happy birthday to Phoebe Ann Mosey, Annie Oakley. Born in 1860, American Western performer, member of Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. She could split a playing card held edge on from 30 paces and hit dimes tossed into the air. That was some shooter. August 14th, 1901, first flight. 2 years before the Wright brothers, Gustave Whitehead makes the first publicized account of a powered, heavier-than-air flight. Reports were published in the New York Herald and the Bridgeport Herald and was witnessed by several people. Reports say Whitehead started on wheels from a flat surface, flew 800 meters at a height of 15 meters, and landed softly on the wheels. That was about 2 years before the Wright brothers. Not sure why he hasn't gotten all the credit.
Until today.
Yeah, until today, right.
I'm so glad you gave him the credit. He deserves it.
And now we're looking at this date, out into the future, 2126. Will this be the end of the world? Swift-Tuttle comet approaches Earth and has a 1 in 10,000 chance of colliding with the Earth. And if that happens, that may be all she wrote, so I won't do any more of these, so depends on how you feel about things. Happy birthday to Gary Larson, born in 1950, American cartoonist, creator of The Far Side, one of my favorite cartoons ever. August 15, here it is, 1969, Woodstock. The music festival near Bethel, New York begins. More than 400,000 people attend the event, billed as an Aquarian exposition, 3 days of peace and music. It was held at Max Yasgur's 600-acre farm.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. 1948, CBS begins the first network television news broadcast. There it is. Oh, a happy birthday to Bobby Helms. This is one of these earworms that you get every year around Christmas. Born in 1933, American country singer. He did Jingle Bell Rock in 1957. You know that song, we all do. All right, August 16th, 1994, that's the first smartphone. IBM's Simon personal communicator goes on sale to the public by Bell South Cellular. It combined a mobile phone and PDA, allowing the user to make and receive phone calls, faxes, emails, and pages. It also included a calendar, address book, notepad, maps, stocks, and news. And in 1962, drummer Pete Best, he's the second one from the right there, is dropped from the Beatles shortly before the group recorded their first single. He was replaced by none other than Ringo Starr the following day. Now, he had originally replaced Tommy Moore, their drummer when they were called the Silver Beatles, who quit because their bookings interfered with his job as a forklift operator. I'll talk about some of those bad choices in the world.
Wow.
All right. And a happy birthday, born in 1988, to Lawrence of Arabia. That's the real guy there, Thomas Edward Lawrence. English soldier, spy, a diplomat, secret agent during World War I. He organized the Arab revolt that ended the Turkish rule over Arabia. And his story is a great movie. Peter O'Toole is Lawrence of Arabia. Finally, this question. What was the first toy advertised in a television commercial?
Ooh, tough one. Let's see. Slinky? Etch-a-Sketch?
Nope.
Silly Putty?
Nope.
No?
You're close. You're in that kind of realm,
To
though.
be. What was it?
Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, really?
There it is. That's another edition of Turton Back Time.
If I could turn back time,